Welcome everyone, it is Andrew here, and I have the brand new, just announced ecobee Smart Thermostat. This is the successor to the wildly popular ecobee 3 and ecobee 4 Smart Thermostats, though this time they've dropped the number iterations and simply went with the ecobee Smart Thermostat. Just like the ecobee 4 looks similar to the ecobee 3, the ecobee Smart Thermostat looks very similar to the ecobee 4, but it is way improved. Once we open up the box, you're going to find all the familiar accessories that you've come to expect from the ecobee thermostats. Right on top, we have the ecobee Smart Thermostat, as well as the small presence sensor. Below that, we have a small gray box with some getting started guides and the wall mounting plate. You don't have to use the mounting plate, it's a little bit larger and can help cover any holes that you may have in the wall from your previous thermostat installation. We have a power adapter, the stand for the presence sensor, the wall mount itself, and some additional hardware. This is literally everything you need to install the ecobee Smart Thermostat and get up and running. Starting out small, let's first take a look at the new and improved SmartSensor. The smart occupancy sensor will provide different readings throughout your home and help make sure it is properly cooled or heated. It'll detect when someone is in a room and make sure that that room is reaching your desired temperatures. Occupancy sensors can also make sure that someone is home and not running your AC or your heat unnecessarily. So it is completely redesigned from the previous generation smart sensors that they included, the Lil Bees as they called them. Now they have a metal base that is actually magnetic and pops right into place on the top half. It's really nice and kind of fun. It just pops right in there. If this does fall off a counter, it will disconnect, at least that we've had happen when it was propped up, but nothing to be alarmed about. When we compare it to the previous generation, it is definitely a much better design. It looks better overall. We really like the combination of the white and the metal, far better than plastic from last time. We also don't have that additional kind of white on white look of the previous sensor. It is a completely one tone on the front. It's also overall smaller, though it is perhaps just a little bit thicker. This sensor is one of the best features of the ecobee thermostats, so we are really excited to see it getting a complete overhaul for this latest generation device. We've been stuck with the Lil Bees before, and they were fine, but this new one looks vastly better. So we're very excited to try out this new sensor compared to the old one. Turning to the thermostat, it has been redesigned with a new glass front. Before it was plastic, and you could feel it was plastic when you interacted with a touchscreen. It looks a lot better and interacts a lot better thanks to the new glass front panel. Other than that, it looks very similar to how it was in the past. Along the back, you can see we have that speaker along the bottom. The speaker has also been vastly improved on this new generation. It sounds a lot better than the previous one. It still is small, so you still have to kind of temper your expectations for the size, but it definitely sounds better than the one before. Along the top, we have more events and the status light for when you're accessing Alexa. Speaking of Alexa, there are all new Alexa features here. You can do more than you could in the past, including making phone calls through Alexa, using Alexa Drop-In, which is essentially an intercom to speak between multiple Alexa devices, and Alexa messaging. Of course, you can still use Alexa to play music, so if you liked using Alexa before, you'll like it even better on the new one. And of course, if you want to, you can always mute it. Setting up the ecobee thermostat is very easy to do. We had no problems at all in our installation, and we've gone from the ecobee 3 to the ecobee 4, and now we have made the jump to the ecobee Smart Thermostat, and we are really excited that we did. And we actually just used the same mounting plate that we had already in place. We just popped off our previous thermostat and popped on the new ecobee Smart Thermostat. This is our ecobee 4 on the wall. Pop it off, and we go ahead and affix the new one. We didn't see any differences in the mounting plate, and our thermostat seems to work just fine. Once you've installed the thermostat, whether through just swapping the fronts or going ahead and actually doing all of the wiring, you'll walk through the setup in the app. It goes through some basics such as which wires are connected, what home you're living in. Is it an apartment, a townhome, a flat? What's it going to be? How large is it? How many rooms? How many floors? All that basic information so it gets a good idea of where you're living and how it can tailor your AC and heat to your home. Then that's it. You can control your AC and your heat, your modes, everything right here from your phone. Of course, it'll also work with Apple's HomeKit, but we'll get to that in just a moment. With the ecobee 4, we liked it, but we noticed it was a little bit laggy when actually interfacing with it. The new one has an updated quad-core processor, and it is insanely fast and smooth. That far menu item on the left opens up the main menu, and you can see just as we're digging through the menu items, it is very fast as it's moving. We are really excited to see this speed improvement. The second tab over accesses weather, what you have now, as well as what it's looking like for the forecast. We have quick change for home for now, away for now, any of those. And the last one is voice control, which allows you to access Alexa directly or disable it if you don't want her to listen. We never really thought we'd need a quad-core processor in our thermostat, but with it actually in here and seeing how it's making a difference day-to-day use, we're really glad that it's here. We also have much better Wi-Fi performance with 5 gigahertz, so it's going to be better for streaming that music as well as just connecting overall and not losing that signal. As we mentioned, this works with Apple HomeKit. It's extremely easy to set up and allows you to control your thermostat using Siri or the Home app. It may look like you don't have a HomeKit pairing code, but once you hit Do Not Have Code, you'll still see your ecobee thermostat showing up, and when you tap on it to add, a HomeKit pairing code will display on the thermostat itself. Go ahead and enter it in manually or use the camera to scan the code. You'll then add 3 different accessories to your Home app, your ecobee, and then a couple of different sensors, such as a temperature sensor and a motion sensor. Once you add all of these accessories into the Home app, they can be used for any sort of automation, and that includes the smart sensors. So if you have motion detected on your stairway, you could turn on your stairway lights. That's one of the examples that we use in our home. If you have a lot of HomeKit accessories, it really makes sense to go with an ecobee because you get those additional motion sensors, which can be used to trigger lights as well as keep your thermostat working smoothly. Overall, we can't blame you if you don't want to jump from your ecobee 4 to the ecobee Smart Thermostat. But if you have the 3rd generation, then we definitely recommend considering it. Our only downside that we found is that it doesn't include AirPlay 2. It works with HomeKit and it works as a wireless speaker, so why doesn't it support AirPlay 2? Other than that, the ecobee 4 Smart Thermostat is a great addition to any smart home. You can find the links for the best prices down below in the description, and let me know what you think down in the comments.